wanted to.
Diecast Monster Truck Racing. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second week of the July season here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. If you're new here, be sure to crush that subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, give this video a big thumbs up. We got 16 of the best diecast monster trucks ready to throw down, and they're ready to get some big air for the MTA fans here tonight. Storyline revolves around King Sling. Bradley Graham still undefeated after debuting that truck at the wildcard event just a couple of weeks ago. We've got so many heavy hitters in the field tonight. Rammunition, Sudden Impact, Iron Outlaw, Pastrana 199, Gravedigger the Legend. They're all throwing down for the MTA fans here tonight. Chasing that man right there, Bradley Graham and King Sling, who currently holds on to the championship flag as he enters the second week of the July season, still undefeated here tonight. As we go ahead and take you back to last week, it came down to the final round. Reptoid took a shot at the undefeated King Sling, got a little bobbed up. Joey Andrews stated on the MTA Facebook page that he was screwed out of a championship win in that final round. Nonetheless, King Sling and Bradley Graham currently hold on to the championship flag, entering week 2 of the July season, still undefeated. Now as we go ahead and take a look at how round 1 action is going to shake down, Jurassic Attack will take on Iron Outlaw. Little Tiger is going to take on Pastrana 199. Big Kahuna is going to take on Destroyer, and Sudden Impact, the Ford, will take on the Dodge and Rammunition. Kicking off the first half of round 1, Michigan Ice Monster Chevrolet Camp will get first crack at Bradley Graham and King Sling and try to see if he can hang on to the championship flag, closing out round 1. We're going to go down to the track right now. This is how it all lays out. The jump at the top of the track has been taken out this week, and there you see the big sea containers that the drivers are going to have to launch their trucks over, shooting all the way down to the finish line. We're going to see who the best truck is going to be here tonight on Thunder. Now as we go ahead and get round 1 action kicked off, all the way from Tonganoxie, Kansas, Roland Cantwell, the Iron Outlaw Ford Expedition 2023 Renegades Rampage champion, picked up that win just a couple of weeks ago. Now ready to take on Caden Wilson. Again, a brand new mainframe up underneath the Jurassic Attack, all the way from Team Monster. He is now staged over here on the inside lane. Roland Cantwell has been lighting a fire in these MTA drivers for the past couple of weeks. What's he got here tonight? The green light goes down now. Week 2 of the July season kick off to the first jump here, and Outlaw will pick up the win, and Cantwell goes over inside the shutdown area. He hit the sea container, and the truck just went over backwards. Most are calling it a backflip ramp. We just put it there so the trucks stay out of the wall, and there you see Cantwell upside down nonetheless, getting the win over Jurassic Attack here tonight in round 1. Next up in round 1 competition, all the way from the Monster Truck Championship YouTube channel, Jared Booker, Pastrana 199, got a strong piece of equipment up underneath of him. He will now take on the MTA veteran, Jason Wolf, the Crazy Cat, all the way from Big Lake, Minnesota. The Little Tiger Ford now stands over here on the inside lane. Picked up 2 championship wins over on Smashdown last month. He's trying to take out Pastrana 199. Who's it going to be? Here's the green light now, and off the line they go. Little Tiger pulling the early lead. Pastrana 199 now coming back and not going to have enough. And Jared Booker turns it over inside the shutdown area on the last car stack. Nonetheless, Jason Wolf, Little Tiger, picking up the round 1 victory over Jared Booker and Pastrana 199, who was trying to close that gap there, coming to the finish line. Next up in round 1, Landon Ford made it all the way to semifinals last week. The Big Kahuna coming to the line, now ready to take on Joseph Nelson in the Destroyer Ford. He has 2 Smashdown championships to his credit. We need to update his card, no doubt. The Destroyer machine all the way from Michigan, ready to thump on him here tonight, taking on Big Kahuna in round 1 competition. This matchup ought to be a dandy. Who's going on in the round 2 competition? We're about to find out. Both trucks stage, looking for green now and off the line. Big Kahuna with a whole shot down the straight, up and over the car here. Destroyer came back, and what a save by Landon Ford and Big Kahuna as he came over that sea container, got a little crossed up on the last stack of cars. put it on 2 wheels with a great save, no doubt. But Joseph Nelson, your round 1 winner. As we go back to the MTA replay, off the line here, Big Kahuna did pull out the hole shot. Coming down the straight stretch, he's holding out a good lead, trying to keep Destroyer behind him. Watch right here, goes up and over the first jump, got a little cross up there, hits the last set of cars, puts it on 2 wheels. What a save there. Nonetheless, Joseph Nelson, your round 1 winner here tonight over Landon Ford and Big Kahuna. Next up here tonight in round 1, all the way from Frackville, Pennsylvania, Sawyer Ramsdale in the Sudden Impact Ford. He is now ready to take on Daniel Chichagash, the host of the Crush This podcast and now driver of the Rammunition machine. He is now over here in the Dodge camp on the outside lane, all the way from Champaign, Illinois. So a Dodge Ford shootout here tonight in round 1 competition. Sawyer Ramsdale, the Danger Zone champion from earlier this year, trying to take out the big bad Dodge. Green light dropping out now and off the line. They're pretty much even going into the first jump, and the Dodge camp pulls it out. Sawyer Ramsdale dumps it on its lid right before the finish line, ladies and gentlemen, as he tried to chase down old Cheech there in the Dodge camp. Didn't have enough in the tank. Sawyer Ramsdale going for a wild ride here tonight in round 1 competition. The Dodge and Rammunition coming back for round 2 action. As we take another look here at the top of the track, looks like Sawyer Ramsdale and Sudden Impact may have had a quarter truck lead. Watch right here, he goes up and over the sea container. The truck caught the last set of cars right there, got a bad bounce, rolled him on over, and Daniel Chichagash and Rammunition soar on into victory here tonight, going on into round 2 competition. Next up in round 1 action here tonight, folks, we've got Josh Brown, new kid on the block, the Kraken machine from Tomfoolery Motorsports. We like to call it Squidward out here on Thunder. He is now set to take on the Chevrolet all the way from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, Flying Brian Prazak. Monster Patrol ready now on the inside lane. Had a new truck last month, the 30th anniversary. We'll see it back soon. He's got a brand new bow tie underneath him in the inside lane. Green light drops down now and off the line they go. Monster Patrol with the early lead up and over the cars here, and Prazak gets the win as Kraken goes end over end across the finish line. Josh Brown trying to keep up with the MTA veteran, almost had him there, but the Kraken machine definitely took a bad spill there in the shutdown area. As we go back up here to our MTA replay, trying to figure out what happened to the old Squidward machine. Over here as we go down the straight stretch, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Prazak pulling a nice lead on Kraken. Watch right here in the far lane, they go up and over the first jump. Maybe just got a little cattywampus. Oh, there it is, he clipped the last car. Got up on 2 wheels, and they make a little bit of contact there inside the shutdown area as Monster Patrol crossed over into the bus stack. Now the MTA track crew and officials are down there. They got him outside the truck. He's observing a little bit of body damage that he did to the Kraken machine. The fans love it. He tore the truck up here tonight trying to chase down Brian Prazak and the Monster Patrol. Him and his team have got some work to do to get that truck back for week 3 of the July season. What a ride for the Kraken machine and new kid on the block, Josh Brown, satisfying the fans here tonight. He is on the trailer, however, as his crew is about to get back to work on Kraken. Next up in round 1, the bad boy himself, Johnny Redlaw, Excalibur, coming to the line to take on none other than your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Grave Digger the Legend, all the way from Poplar Branch, North Carolina. We haven't seen him in Do So Hot the last couple of times we've seen him out here. He's trying to turn around this July season early, but he draws up against the bad boy in Excalibur, who's got one fast truck on the inside lane. Here's the green light down, off the line they go. Excalibur pulling the Legend coming back on down to the finish line is close, but Johnny Redlaw and Excalibur will edge out Matt Cheever. Grave Digger the Legend, he's on the trailer early tonight. That's not what he wanted to do. Nonetheless, Excalibur is moving on in the round 2 competition. What a great run it was. Just not enough for Grave Digger the Legend. But now, as we move on with round 1, the man who says he got screwed last week, Joey Andrews, the 2023 Monster Mania and Maximum Carnage champion, now driving the Reptoid machine with a Chevrolet power plant underneath of him, all the way from Milton, Florida. Now ready to take on the big bad Ford Oval from Orlando, Florida. Raylan Mullins in the Medusa Ford stage over here on the inside lane. So Chevrolet power plant taking on the Ford power plant. Here's the green light now and off the line. Medusa looks like she's in trouble now. Reptoid pulled out a big time lead here, and Reptoid pulls it out over Medusa here tonight. She got a hard bobble and a hard start there. Not sure if a sway bar let go on the launch. Maybe the limit strap may have came loose. Not sure what happened with Medusa. But in the event, Joey Andrews and Reptoid, your round 1 winner here tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to close out round 1 action. Returning, Bradley Graham from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. King Sling at the start line, now ready to take on newcomer to the scene, Brad Anderson, the Michigan Ice Monster Chevrolet, stage over here on the inside lane, trying to dethrone the current Thunder champion is Bradley Graham, currently 9-0 in King Sling, which started at the Wild Card event a couple of weeks ago. Both trucks stage, championship flag on the line, King Sling Ice Monster as we go green now off the line. Ice Monster had him, but King Sling coming back, and Bradley Graham parked it over in the shutdown area. He got up on the last car stack there and rolled it into the Jersey barrier. Not sure if King Sling is going to need a little bit of work here going on into round two, but Brad Anderson gave him a run for his money. Bradley Graham and King Sling, who is now 10-0 since his wild card debut in that truck. But ladies and gentlemen, we still got a lot more great racing here to come on Thunder tonight. Bradley Graham and King Sling still your champion. Is anybody going to knock him out here tonight in week 2 of the July season? We're going to find out next with more great racing action here tonight. Round 2 action coming up next after the break.
This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
And a big shout out to Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash for hosting one of the best monster truck podcasts you could ever dream of. They go in depth and talk about just about everything for any monster truck fan. Back now with round 2 action on Thunder. Iron Outlaw will take on Little Tiger. Destroyer is going to take on Rammunition. Monster Patrol takes on Excalibur. And looky there, a rematch. Reptoid taking on King Sling to close out round 2. Up at the line right now, Roland Cantwell again out of Tocanoxie, Kansas. Iron Outlaw staged up at the line, turned the truck over, trying to shut it down in round 1. The crew's got him back, only a little bit of cosmetic damage. Now ready to take on the Crazy Cat, Jason Wolf, Little Tiger from Big Lake, Minnesota. A couple of Ford power plants gonna throw it down. Kicking off round 2 action, both these drivers know how to get the victory lane. Who's moving on to semis? Here's the green light now. Off the line they go, Iron Outlaw pulling a big time hole shot. Little Tiger trying to close the gap and almost came up with it, but Roland Cantwell and Iron Outlaw picking up the round 2 victory over Jason Wolf and Little Tiger as they'll go on the trailer, and it looks like the Ford Expedition moving on into round 2. Next up here tonight, all the way from Champaign, Illinois, Dan Chichagash, the Rammunition machine, former one-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, the Dodge Camp, now ready to take on another Ford. Joseph Nelson in Destroyer, hailing from Columbus, Michigan. He's been out here several times before. Again, got a couple of wins over on Smashdown a few months back. He's trying to put Destroyer on top of the mountain here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. Ford Dodge Shootout. Who will meet Roland Cantwell and Iron Outlaw in the semifinals? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out. These drivers are looking for the green light. Watch the line they go now. They're pretty much even coming down the straight stretch. Destroyer now pulling the lead. Rammunition unable to come up with it. And Joseph Nelson and Destroyer will knock out Dan Chichagash and Rammunition here tonight. And we're going to see the 2 Ford Ovals go at it in semifinal action, that being Destroyer and Iron Outlaw. Now, ladies and gentlemen, next up, Johnny Retlaw, the bad boy himself, former 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion Excalibur, getting staged up at the line. He is now ready to take on Flying Brian Brazak out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. The Chevrolet Camp now staged on the inside lane. He's trying to pick up his first Thunder championship. He's got to go through one of the best. Johnny Retlaw and Excalibur stage on the outside lane. Who's going on to semifinals? Both trucks stage now looking for green. Off the line they go now. Monster Patrol pulling an early lead. Excalibur trying to come back on him, and what a race as Johnny Retlaw and Excalibur was closing the gap there all the way down to the finish line. Brian Brazak got the whole shot, but Retlaw was coming for him down to the finish line. Let's go back and take a look at your MTA photo finish here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is going to be Flying Brian Brazak and Monster Patrol by about a tire over Excalibur here tonight. But now the story is going to get lit here tonight. Joey Andrews gets a rematch against Bradley Graham and King Sling. The man who said he got screwed in last week's final round race now gets a shot at redemption. This time, there's no ramp at the top of the track. King Sling, still undefeated, 10-0, holding on to the championship flag. Is Joey Andrews going to be the one to take the flag away in the undefeated streak of King Sling and Bradley Graham? Both these drivers are going to go for it. A race for the ages. King Sling Reptoid, we're looking for green. Off the line they go now. Reptoid got the early jump, but King Sling coming back on him now. And closing. Reptoid came back, but King Sling looked like he got the win. May have just edged out Andrews inside the Reptoid machine. We're going to go back and take a look at your MTA photo finish. It was close. Not sure who got the win from up here in the booth. As we take another look at it, your winner, Bradley Graham and King Sling by half a truck over Joey Andrews and Reptoid. So now King Sling 11-0 here tonight on Thunder Week 2 of the July season. What an incredible matchup. Semi-final action is coming up next. Iron Outlaw Destroyer, King Sling, Monster Patrol. You don't want to miss it. What's going on, MTA fans? If you're looking to get in on the action right here on the MTA YouTube channel, look no further. I'm about to tell you guys just how you can sign up to get in one of these races. Head over to the link in our description, and that's going to take you right over to our Facebook page where we hold registration for all of the MTA events. And hey, while you're there, crush that subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date with everything that MTA is doing. From new custom truck builds to special events and giveaways, you don't want to miss any of the great action MTA has to offer. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll catch you guys down the road. And welcome back to Thursday Night Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Week 2 of the July season. Again, semifinals coming right at you. Roland Cantwell and Iron Outlaw will take on Joseph Nelson and Destroyer. And the other side of the bracket, Brian Prazak and Monster Patrol will take on Bradley Graham, King Sling, now 11-0 here tonight. Up in the line right now, Roland Cantwell, the big bad Ford power plant, all the way from Tonganoxie, Kansas, now ready to take on Joseph Nelson in that wicked fast Ford Destroyer, hailing out of Michigan over there in the inside lane. Now again, these two Ford Ovals have battled it out many times before. This one is flat out for bragging rights, ladies and gentlemen. Who will move on to week 2 of the July season finals? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out. Iron Outlaw stage on the outside lane, Destroyer on the inside lane. Who's going to the finals? Green light goes down, and off the line they go. They're pretty much even going into the first jump to the finish line, folks. What a race! An incredible matchup, and Destroyer turns it over, much like Iron Outlaw did earlier tonight in round 1. Destroyer and Joseph Nelson trying to shut it down, but ladies and gentlemen, I am not sure who got the racing win. We're going back down now to our MTA photo finish. Your winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Joseph Nelson and Destroyer by inches. Literally inches, ladies and gentlemen, taking out Roland Cantwell in the Iron Outlaw. A great matchup, no doubt. Next up, a little storyline here. These two drivers were former teammates from the old Outlaw Motorsports race team. Flying Brian Prazak in the Monster Patrol machine, taking on the old boss man, Bradley Graham and King Sling. Again, 11-0 here tonight. Undefeated, still holding on to the championship flag. If anybody was going to beat him, how about the old teammate out of St. Cloud, Minnesota, Brian Prazak and Monster Patrol. Who meets Destroyer in the finals? We're looking for green. Off the line they go now. They're pretty much even. King Sling starting to pull on Monster Patrol to the finish line. Prazak turns it over. What a ride. Something went wrong with Monster Patrol. He shot to the inside of the track and hit the van stack, rolling him over. Flying Brian Prazak was absolutely going for it, hanging right there with King Sling down to the wire. We're going to go back up to the top of the track for your MTA replay, ladies and gentlemen. Right here off the line, the drivers cut a great light. Seemingly pretty much even, maybe a slight lead to King Sling on the inside lane. Watch the outside with Monster Patrol. Up and over the seat container, got crossed up. Whammo! Right into the van stack. And Bradley Graham now 12-0 in King Sling. Is he going to be able to make it 13 here tonight and stay undefeated? Because he is now set to take on Joseph Nelson and Destroyer for our final round showdown. No doubt about it, Joseph Nelson, he knows how to get the job done. He's been to the top of the mountain a couple of times over on Smashdown. Tonight, he's trying to get his very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship in Destroyer, all the way from Michigan over there in the outside lane. Over here on the inside, the man we just talked about, 12-0, Bradley Graham and King Sling, still undefeated. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot riding on this. Who's taking the win? Destroyer, King Sling. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime here tonight on Thunder down the straight stretch, and they're pretty much even to the first jump, and King Sling in trouble. Destroyer goes over in the shutdown area. What an incredible matchup. I'm still not sure who got the win. King Sling got all out of shape over that first jump to the last of the cars. He put it on 2 wheels, brought it back down. Nelson turns it over. What an incredible matchup. Here's another look at it right here off the line. King Sling may have pulled a slight lead. Bradley Graham hanging to the inside wall. Watch over here on the inside with King Sling. Up and over no man's land here to the last set of cars. A bad bounce to the line. Your winner, and now 13-0. Bradley Graham and King Sling, not by much, but enough to get the job done over the Destroyer Machine, who put up a good fight. No doubt about it for our final round. But ladies and gentlemen, please help me in congratulating now 13-0 inside King Sling, and now 8-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, your winner, Bradley Graham and King Sling. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the overall point standings closing out week 2 of the July season, obviously undefeated Bradley Graham and King Sling, your overall points leader with 200 points. Rounding out your top 5, Joey Andrews and Reptoid with 150. Following in third place, the Crazy Cat Jason Wook, Little Tiger with 140 points. Fourth place, Brian Prazak and Monster Patrol with 140 points. And again, rounding out your top 5, Joseph Nelson and Destroyer with 130 points. Going to try to make it back to the finals next week. Next week, also, we're going to find out if King Sling will remain undefeated for the 3rd week in a row on Thunder. We got more great racing for the July season. We hope to see you back next time. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll get you down the road.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah.